Hello. How's everybody doing? Wonderful, I hope. I hope everyone is doing fantastic this evening. I'm diving right into the shiny hunts because I have a little bit of a limited time for that I can actually shiny hunt. And that's actually because in Pokemon Go, I have an EX raid I need to get to in a little less than 3 hours. So I want to go ahead and get some shiny hunting in. And then later tonight, I'll just work on other stuff. I was planning on maybe live streaming tonight, but I moved it up. I figured more people would be able to join in, and allows me to get in my EX raid and then do some work afterward. And plenty of time to work afterward. So I hope everyone's doing fantastic. I'm doing all right. I've had a pretty busy day already. As you guys seen, I uploaded a video on my other channel, and that was editing this morning. That was this morning's edit. So working hard or hardly working. That, and I got a Jamba Juice as well. So, and those are delicious. Got mango. Mango a go-go. It's my favorite. It's my favorite flavor from Jamba Juice. Squid? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna yell your name. I'll say your name, Squid Man, but I'm not gonna yell it. Reaction channels technically aren't allowed, but it's up to the people watching to report them. The reason I never did is because, I mean, hell, if other horror people are, or if other YouTubers are fine with them doing it, and, because, like, other horror YouTubers know that they exist, but they don't do anything about it, mostly because I'm assuming that they're fine with it. I'm just not. And, when I asked, oh, there's a Stufful. When I asked the channels to stop using my stuff, they did stop. Because they understand they can get shut down pretty easily. So technically they are not allowed, according to everything. YouTube policy and whatnot. But it's up to the people whose copyright it is to say something about it. I skill swapped, right? Yeah, I just did. So yeah, I'm happy that they're not using my stuff anymore. There is another reaction channel. That's the problem. All these reaction channels are like made by people who really have no idea how copyright works, or if they do, they just don't care. And it makes it real easy for them to get in trouble. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And they crop up like crazy too. Like, I know there's another reaction channel that's starting to grow that is still using my stuff, and I'll take action against them if they continue. I just don't like it because I don't get anything out of it. So I think Lugia will appear before the Stufful. That's very possible. I mean, at this point, very possible. I also got my Pokemon Go up just to check any Wingles. I went out and hunted for about 30 minutes for a shiny Wingull. I caught a shiny Wingull last night. I just haven't been able to snag another one. And I want 2, so, you know, one for the Wingull, one for the Pelipper. How do you even shiny hunt Wingulls? Well, in Pokemon Go, you just click on them. That's all you do. Because, I mean, there's no methodical way to... There's no methodical way to shiny hunt. I've been having, like, slight issues with... Oh, come on now. That's not... Neither of them are shiny, by the way. I've just been having slight issues with getting my... stuff to cooperate. Oh, come on now. You worked dirt? Oh, you shut off. Hold on. There we go. Oh, now that one's done. Yeah, I've had this issue where, for some reason, it almost seems like wires are getting crossed, like within the computer. That's the way it feels. There you go. There you go. We should be fine now. We should be good. Yeah, there's, like, that's what bothers me about shiny hunting in Pokemon Go, because shiny hunting is literally just encountering Pokemon. There's no methodical way to do it, and I don't like that. It bothers me. As a shiny hunter who methodically catches Pokemon, I'm like, come on, like, what the heck? Just let me methodically catch them for some, like, in some way. I mean, who knows? Maybe that'll be implemented into the game later on. I would absolutely love that. We shall see. What are the odds? It feels like more and more research is done with shinies and odds in Pokemon Go. And I almost feel like it keeps changing, because I think at one point people said it was like 1 in 200. Then it was like 1 in 400. Which is actually really hard to get. Like, those odds in the regular games wouldn't be so bad. But in Pokemon Go, I mean, it almost depends on where you live for certain Pokemon to crop up, or, you know, some Pokemon are particularly more rare than others. It's a nightmare. You can't, like, target a Pokemon for you to hatch from an egg. Like, if you wanted a shiny hunt Magby in Pokemon Go, for example, you just have to hatch eggs and hope that you get a Magby encounter. And that counts as one encounter, so it's all sorts of messed up. What happened last stream? We got a shiny. If you're talking about me taking my shirt off, I took my shirt off, but that's about it. Hoping that would give us a little bit of luck. It did not. To get a shiny, it's a 3.07 chance to get one. Pretty sure it's a little higher than that. I feel like that's low. Because that would mean, because a 3.07 chance. Okay, I think I think you're talking about like community day shinies, because community day shinies and special event shinies like the Wingull that's out right now, that ends in like 8 hours, a little less than 8 hours. Those are those odds for like a 3.07. How do you get a mod? Well, basically by being a part of the channel for a very long time, being active, being supportive, things like that. And even then, it's not a guarantee that you're a mod. It's one of those things that you shouldn't worry about it too much. If you're a mod, you're a mod. If you're not, you're not. Try not to think about it too much. Because every stream I have like 10 people asking me for mod status, and that's just not how it works. That's like every stream ever. That's why I was so, like, back when I only had, like, certain friends and certain people be mods, and so I could, like, avoid that question entirely. Now that I've opened it up a little bit, now it's... I've opened up the floodgates, unfortunately. That's just kind of out there. The chance for a shiny with the Masuda method, it's like a little over 1 in 400. But the thing is, hatching eggs takes longer. Like even though the odds for hatching a shiny out of the Masuda egg method, it's the lowest among pretty much all of the shiny hunting methods, but it takes longer because of the time required to hatch the eggs. So really, SOSing that I'm doing over here is quicker. Sounds good, Angel Moon. Sounds good. Ugh. One sec. Oh, did that one freeze now? Good lord. I don't know why I'm having issues today. It's like as I was setting up this live stream, for some reason, things were pausing on me. There. See, now the other one's screwed up. I don't know why these are so connected. They're two different things. Thank you. I don't know why they're screwing up in the first place. There we go. Really, like, of all the shiny hunting methods, I prefer SOS, soft resetting, and I mean, I really like the friend safari, where I can just run around and it's the same odds no matter what. What's up, JD? I also like the fishing method, the chain fishing method, for some reason. I don't know why. But there are just so many methods for shiny hunting across all the games. Really, the best games to hunt are the ones in Gen 6 and Gen 7. So really, a series of 8 games. X and Y, Oras, and then Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. The Friend Safari odds, 1 in 512. So, decent odds. Pretty decent odds. Masuda method gets super annoying. I hate the Masuda method. When exactly did I mod you? I don't remember. I do not remember. Good lord. See, as soon as that one goes, the other one craps out. Which makes me have to do this. There. It's starting to worry me a little bit. There we go. I have a couple other chords that I can try out, but either way. I think I have 2 more chords that I can try. It's nice because all my chords are color-coded. Like for this screen, I have a green chord. For this screen, I have a pink chord. But I also know that I have a red and a yellow that I can try. So maybe those will be a little better for the stream for whatever reason. What if Stufful reaches 2,000? Well, it'll be a very long stream. Or a very long series of streams just for the Stufful. I can't imagine it going to 2,000. I mean, we're already pretty close to double the shiny odds. But what can you do? It's just me, or is it annoying how Smash 4 excluded Squirtle and Ivysaur for Charizard? To be fair, Charizard is the most iconic of those 3, with Squirtle following up as the second most iconic, and then just Ivysaur's Ivysaur. So I understand why they did it for Smash 4. But, I mean, it's nice that they're bringing back, like, the true Pokemon trainer. I mean, that's the point of Smash Ultimate, like, just bringing everyone back. What's up, Dennis? Thank you for the sub. Now, people love Bulbasaur. The problem is Ivysaur. No one cares about Ivysaur. Everyone loves Bulbasaur, just not Ivysaur. Therein lies the difference. Know what I'm saying? Because, like, no one really cares about the middle evolutions because that's not what Ash stuck with. Ash stuck with Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and then the Charizard evolved all the way to a Charizard. So yeah. What's up, Xander Lee? 215. I'm a little worried about having to catch this guy. So I really didn't think all the way through of like, okay, how am I going to catch him? That's okay. I think I'll be fine. Did I hear about the massive Nintendo takedown? Every once in a while, Nintendo takes down a lot of fan games. Is that what you're talking about? Because I remember one happened like a while back. Don't write on the middle evolutions. I'm not talking me. I mean, come on. War Turtle's pretty awesome. But that's my opinion. But in terms of popularity, I mean, Bulbasaur is more popular than Ivysaur. Squirtle and Charizard are more popular than Ivysaur. That's why Ivysaur was the least popular of the 3 in Smash. Out of, like, the Pokemon trainers' Pokemon. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. You know what I've noticed? A while back, with the Nintendo takedown that happened, I think 2 years ago now. It was a pretty big takedown. I think it was even before they took down Uranium. There was a public list of all the games from Game Jolt that Nintendo was taking down, and all of them had a certain name, like a certain word in their name. So you see a lot, like it was mainly Pokemon and Mario stuff, and it was really a lot of Pokemon stuff. So if it had the word Pokemon, or if it had the word Mario, then it would be taken down. Hold on, let me fix this. And I'll keep explaining what I'm explaining, because this is getting dumb. It's getting real dumb, actually. There we go. So, like, all these Pokemon and Mario titled games were taken down. Five Nights at Wario's got away because it's Wario. They weren't looking specifically at every individual game. I could tell, like, the lawyers who were involved with Nintendo doing it just used the shotgun approach, because they literally took down about 1,000 games. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like 1,000. It was some ridiculous number, and like every single one had like even though Five Nights at Wario's was about like characters from Nintendo, it ran under the radar because they didn't use Wario as a search tool. See what I'm saying? I mean, really, Nintendo's so big, they can only do so much. Yes, Mario's in it, but you have to think, like, oh my god, if you're searching for the title of a game, you're not typing in all these search words. They only typed in Mario. That's what I'm saying. What console am I using? I am using two 3DSs. XLs. 3DS XLs. One is the Galaxy version, and then the other is the Super Nintendo version. No, it's funny. Every time a company gets, like, at a certain size, people just start hating on them. And yeah, I totally get it, but I think, like, part of it is, like, the way the company has to run as a big company makes it so that people don't really like it. Except for Apple. Apple seems to escape that, oh, what's the word? Connotation, I guess. Is that the word I'm looking for? I think Apple has good marketing, and they're pretty good at putting a legitimate face to their company. Yeah, you have Reggie for Nintendo, but Reggie, I don't think Reggie gets the respect that Reggie thinks he gets. Yeah, we all love Reggie, but at the same time, Reggie's got to stop it with the worst memes that I've ever seen. I take it back. The worst meme that I've ever seen, the worst attempt at a meme, one of the worst attempts at a meme, was Hillary Clinton during, like, a few years ago when Pokemon Go came out, like, right before the election. And she's like, we gotta figure out how to Pokemon Go to the polls. And I'm like, no, stop. That's, stop. Oh my god. Politicians and memes, man. I get it. They're trying to get votes. They're trying to appeal to the younger generation. And they're not doing it. Not that way. And then you had, like, you know, because it was during a rally or something. It was during, I can't remember, like, what event it was. But, like, as soon as she said it, like, all these people cheered. I'm like, what are you cheering? Ugh. I don't know. I don't know. It's like how there was a politician who also dabbed. And I don't know. Which also threw me off. I didn't expect that. It's like those terrible TV commercials where there was a dude who I remember this car commercial. It went viral where the dude was like, now watch me whip and watch me nay-nay and do the stanky leg, get a little bit of stanky leg. I'm like, no, that's not the song. Like, he was doing it really badly. Good lord. Like, I think just overall, politicians should not meme at all, or attempt. It's like if you try too hard to meme, it fails. Look at Squidward dabbing on the float. That was a beautiful combination of what is ridiculous about SpongeBob and the absurdity of the dab. Squidward dabbing. That's amazing. Logan Paul dabbing constantly. No, now that goes too far. You have a huge, like a 12-year-old that's like 400 pounds that falls down but then immediately dabs. That's amazing. It's like... Allegedly, the guy who was in the Squidward costume got fired for that Squidward dabbing thing. Number one, if that's true, that's silly. Because he totally shouldn't have been, he should not have been fired. Because that would be a ridiculous thing to get fired over. Because dabbing doesn't mean anything bad. And he was still, like, entertaining. And so I really don't think he got fired. Because there's no basis for him to get fired. At all. Number two, I don't think that... Oh, really? I just don't think that happened. I think that's the only point I'm trying to make. I had another point, but I immediately forgot about that. See, Logan Paul in the forest, that's not a meme. That's just a terrible occurrence that happened that I guess everyone's ignoring now. I mean, I get it. Like, people recover from mistakes, and that was a mistake. But, I mean, I don't think Logan Paul learned from his mistake. I really don't think. I think that was kind of a fake. I wouldn't say it's fake. I just don't think... Like, I do think that he's sorry for what he did. Thank you for the sub, by the way. I do think he's sorry for what he did, but I think he's sorry for the wrong reason. I think he's mostly sorry because the internet had a bad reaction to it. Does that make sense? I mean, then again, like, I totally think that people can be forgiven for pretty bad things. Sometimes it's a little hazy, like, you know, is someone... has enough time passed and has someone apologized to the extent that's needed for them to be forgiven. For some people, yes. For some people, no. Depends on the person. Depends on the person, depends on the action, depends on the other people trying to forgive him. Or her. Whoever. I just don't think, I mean, aside from the, that incident, there's so many other issues regarding Logan Paul that, you know, good luck on the Cobalion hunt, Chris. That's my take on it. Yeah, thank you for the sub. Good luck on your Cobalion hunt. Ah, you got your second shiny Wingull today. Congrats. I need to still try to find mine. I hope I find my shiny Wingull sooner rather than later so I can do some more work tonight. Because it'll end in about 7.5 hours. The events, rather. All the Wingulls everywhere will end. Welcome back, Damien. How common are shinies in Go? So during community days, Evan, they're pretty common. And if you're out for the entire 3 hours, you're probably gonna get a few shinies. In some cases, a lot more. I'm always out every community day hunting the entire 3 hours, just to get as many shinies as possible. I think I might calm down a little bit with the Chikorita one, because the Chikorita shiny day, I'll just probably get my 3 shinies and just call it a day. Maybe a couple more than that. But on community days, shinies are pretty common, like 1 in 24 encounters ish. But outside of that, shinies are still pretty rare. Yeah, shiny Wingulls right now are more or less common. It's about the shiny, it's about the community day odds, so you probably will get one if you just keep hunting the Wingull. Like, click on every Wingull you get for the next 7.5 hours. There is trading in Pokemon Go, yes. There are some rules to it, but hey, there's trading. Trade me a Lucia? Do you mean a Lugia? Okay, so in terms of trading, you should look up the trading rules because it's extremely expensive to trade. Because you have to have, like, if you are trading with someone who you just became friends with, the trade has to be, it costs 1 million Stardust. That's a lot. So it's not like constant. Is this a daily stream channel? No, because I have 2 channels to run, and you know, I can't stream every day. Plus, I got to stream on that channel as well, like my main channel. And so, but basically, between this channel and my main channel, you should be getting plenty of content every day. So, over here is all my Pokemon stuff. Over there is all my horror stuff, and then any other stuff. A lot of indie games and horror. Like how I'm pointing to the Stufful. But yeah. So be sure to, like, if you haven't already, subscribe to both this channel and the other channel, just so you're getting all the content that you need to stay entertained. Are you gonna ever play one of the fan games like Insurgents? Okay, one. Am I ever gonna... See, that strikes me as a question asking me, like, am I ever gonna play a FNAF game? Which, I've played, like, over 200 FNAF games on the other channel. Number 2, Insurgents? I'm not sure. I'll go take a look at Insurgents. I don't think I've heard of that one. Angel Moon, I don't know. There's a lot of mods. I don't keep track of my mods anymore. I don't know the amount of mods I have. All I know is that they're people that I recognize and that are, you know, decent people. So in terms of mod, like, mod on this channel versus the other channel, or like both, I'm not keeping track of it because it's getting to the point where it is impossible for me to keep track, and it's not important enough to me for me to keep track, because all I need is to make sure that I have plenty of mods to help encourage everyone in the stream and make sure that everyone's having a good time. That's all I can, like, pay attention to. So whether you'll become a mod on the other channel or not, that's just up to my need for mods. If that makes sense. When I get a PC, I'm gonna make a fan game. When it's done, can you play it? So maybe. I can't promise anything because I get tons and tons of people every day asking me to play their game, and the answer most of the time is no, just because I have a ton of people asking me, and I'm not gonna just play a game because someone asked me to. I do want the game to be good. Like, I want, you know, I want to be able to make good content, and to make good content, it's a lot easier if I'm playing good games. Otherwise, the editing just gets out of control. Either a good game or entertaining in some way. If the game's entertaining, awesome. I did see that there's a Five Nights at Anime custom night. My favorite letter, S. Because S for Sam. My favorite legendary, Tapu Koko. Love Tapu Koko the best. I also like Lugia, I like Articuno, I like Zapdos. Moltres, eh. Deoxys is pretty badass. I like Mew, I like Mewtwo. Mewtwo's always pretty cool. Yo, my favorite starter Pokemon? Totodile. I like Froakie too. I like Charmander. I like Squirtle. Really, I'd probably have to say Totodile or Squirtle. Or Charmander. One of those three. Rowlet and Litten have been growing on me, but really, I gotta stay true to the roots with Totodile, Squirtle, and Charmander. Love those. Sty's Fruit, sounds like you have a pretty interesting idea. Well, I highly encourage you to try to develop the best FNAF game that you can. Absolutely. I 100% think that your endeavors should be encouraged. Because who knows, maybe you'll find a career in game development. And the way you get better at making games is by making bad games. Make a billion bad, like, do your best. Like, the first game that you ever make, I guarantee you, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be the worst game that you ever make. Because you take that, you get constructive criticism, you learn from your mistakes, and the next game you make, you know, you get better. You get better every time. Like, look at Nixon, right? Look at each iteration of the Joy of Creation. They kept getting better. And we finally ended on the most current version of the Joy of Creation story mode that, quite honestly, might be the best FNAF game out there. In my opinion, at least. Like, that's, like, you know, he kept learning from mistakes, and he kept, you know, polishing and polishing and polishing. Now, granted, he was just working on the same game over and over, when really, I feel like he should have just kept working on different games and, like, shown that progression, but that's, you know, that's, of course, his decision. What if your first game is great? Well, number one, probably won't happen, because if you have no idea about game development, because here's the thing, you learn about game development by making games. So, yeah, if your first game is great, cool, it's still going to be the worst game you ever make, because you're still going to learn from your mistakes. There's no such thing as a perfect game. No such thing as a perfect game. There's always ways for games to be improved and built upon and corrected. So, let's say the first game that I ever make is amazing. Cool. It's going to be the worst thing I ever make, because I will learn from my mistakes, and I am going to get even better. See what I'm saying? Oh man, I hope we get Stufful today. Today, Stufful! Today! Okay? Seriously, you stupid bear, you gotta give me the shine, okay? Can you do that for me? Probably not. But, you know, now it's probably not gonna appear just because I yelled at it. Oh, and by the way, the whole, like, improving as you make games, that applies to literally everything in life. The more you do something, the more you practice, the more you train, the more you try, the better you get at whatever you're doing. Like, for example, I played baseball for 14 years. Probably about 12. I honestly played, like, since I was 4. Until I was a junior in high school, then I stopped. But, I mean, I kept practicing and practicing and practicing. I became an amazing hitter because of that, even though I started out sucking at hitting. But as I trained, as I kept trying, as I kept playing, as I kept working hard, I got better. It's like drawing. The more you draw, the better you get at it. The more you play a game, the better you get at it. The more you shiny hunt, the faster you get at it. Now, of course, there's the luck, you know, the Pokemon has to show up, but at least you can, like, get faster and have shinies pop up quicker just because you're hitting all these buttons faster. Things take time. Yeah, we got the Raichu. Hell yeah, we got the Raichu. Get that beautiful floating surfer. How am I soft resetting with one hand? I'm not. Whenever I have to soft reset, I go over here, click it, and then move back over. But, like, in terms of moving, like, I really do have, like, most of the time, I have one hand on each Game Boy. So, like, me moving up right there, that was just one hand moving up. But now, see, that's not a shiny. I'm taking both hands, soft resetting, and moving back. So I don't really lose any time either. Now, over here, I'm using one hand. That's not a problem. So I don't need a soft reset over here. Oh, don't worry. We'll decide what we hunt next in a bit. Let's focus on getting a shiny, though. Gotta focus on getting those shinies. Yeah, technically, yeah, I have 3 channels. One channel was, well, it used to be called the Game Salmon, or it actually used to be called Game Salmon. And it was the first channel I ever made. It's now called Retired Channel. It's got a fish on it. And it has, right now, I think some of those old videos are still available to watch, but nearly every video that I put up on that channel was transferred over to the new channel back when I initially got the new channel going. I mean, I call it a new channel. It's been going for like 3 years now. So... yeah, sounds good, Lord Yathnon. Lord Yathnon, I'm gonna win. Because your odds are 1 in 4,000. This is 1 in 1,300 something. This is 1 in a little over 680 something. Probably a little over the odds. But either way. Just throwing that out there. Thank you for the sub, puppet. You the puppet. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, not Irish man. It just sometimes seems that notifications go slow. I don't know why. I know that's why it's really important to make sure you hit the bell. Oh, so, Lord Yathron, I don't think you were here for that conversation. I'm giving up on the shiny Rowlet just so I can play through Ultra Sun. Because I just think, just in the long run, I'm just wasting time. I don't have a lot of time to work with anyways, and I can't spend upwards of 200 hours trying to get a shiny Rowlet. I just can't. So, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm playing through the game, like Ultra Sun, not right now. I was about to say, oh, I'm playing through it right now. But, I've started playing through it. I'm starting to... you know, I'm still on the first island. I mean, I got my team all set up. Or I know what Pokemon I'm going to get for my team just to plow through the game. It's going to be great. I'm going to get through Ultra Sun as soon as I can. Catch as many Pokemon as I can. Try to fill up that Pokedex. Once I do fill up the Pokedex, I'll get the Shiny Charm. And then I will be able to Shiny Hunt Ultra Sun on this game. And I hate it when that happens. So let me just real quick do this. There we go. There. Yeah, that's the only reason why Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is terrible for getting that initial starter Pokemon for shiny hunting. Or like that initial, like shiny hunting that initial starter. Because it takes 2 to 3 minutes to get through that cutscene. And it's pretty rough. And I just can't try anymore. So, like, and I did the math last stream, and I've done the math, like, here and there. It takes 200 hours if you, because, okay, let's say it takes 3 minutes to get through the cutscene. An hour, so 60 minutes divided by 3, that leaves you with 20, that leaves you 20 encounters per hour. To get to 4,000, you need, like, to get the 4,000 encounters, I believe it should be taking... Did I do the math right? 200 hours? I'm gonna do this math again. Hold on. Actually, I want to recycle. I'm gonna do the math. Hold on. Because 20 encounters per hour. Yeah. And then 20 divided by... Or rather, 4,000 divided by 20 equals 200. So that means 200 hours to reach odds, mind you. So that's a little rough, and I just kind of decided I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm quite alright. I'm just gonna let it go. I'll find a shiny, a way to get a shiny Rowlet eventually. And it might have to be Masuda method, but if it has to be Masuda method, then fine, whatever. I'll just get over it and Masuda method it. Even if I don't want to. Should I buy Ultra Moon or regular Moon? I would say Ultra Moon just because it has a lot more to it. Really, Ultra Moon feels like a DLC. It really feels like a DLC, which is kind of upsetting. Because you would have figured it would really feel like its own game, and it doesn't. Yeah, regular Sun and Moon doesn't take as long to shiny hunt the starter on. So I think you just save right in front of where you pick the Pokemon. Oh, I know I have a community tab on my main channel. I just don't know how I want to use that yet. I've thought about it. I'm just not sure yet. Yeah, so basically Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it has a lot more Pokemon in it. Probably like 100 more Pokemon. It has, not like new Pokemon, but like just additional Pokemon from past games. It has, a slightly different story. A couple of the battles are different. Overall, there's like more to it, so that's why I would suggest getting Ultra Moon or Ultra Sun, or just the Ultra rather than the regular. Because there's nothing specifically about Ultra Sun and Moon. There's nothing specifically about Sun and Moon that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon don't have. So really, you're better off getting the Ultra. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are actually challenging games. They're pretty hard, actually. As far as Pokemon games go, it's hard. Like, once you get far into the game, like, when you're fighting, like, the box Pokemon, the box art Pokemon, it gets a little rough. That is a dicey battle. Same with a couple of just the regular trainer battles, like some of the not gym battles, but the trial battles. Oh, good lord! Like, my god. How do you get a mod? By being a part of the channel for a long time. You know, not causing waves, helping out, you know, making sure, like, you know, helping everyone have a good time, being, like, engaged, things like that. And if there's a need for more mods. Gen 7 is the easiest gen, except those legendaries. Yeah, it almost feels like the game goes, like, up and down in difficulty. It's weird. Technical, here's the thing. I have no way of determining how long someone has been a part of the channel at all. Like, I don't have a way of doing that. And I'm not going to go in, like, searching for, like, mods. Like, you know. Like, the best thing to do is to just do what I said. And, like, if you've been a part of the channel, I would have seen that. You know. Or I do see that, you know. But that's not the only criteria. Being a part of the channel for a long time isn't the biggest criteria. There's also, like, you know, because I can, by the way people type in the chat, I can pretty much guess your age in terms of, like, how mature you are. Really, the biggest difference is I can usually tell if you're a really young kid. Those are the most obvious. Then I can tell if you're a teenager, and then I can tell if you're, like, 20 and up. And then if you're my mom, I can scout her out like that. Oh, man. Just typing in, "Hi, honey!" And then, like, everyone says hi to her, and then she takes the time to say hi to everyone who said hi to her in the chat. I'm like, Mom, I love you. You don't have to do that. You know, it's all part of the internet. I do love my mom. Oh, I'm not guessing ages right now. Well, technical, you strike me as a teenager. In that area. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I do like Dex Naving. Yeah, Axios, you're in the 20 and up range. I do know your age, but we're just gonna say you're above 20. Like, college is tomorrow. I'm so excited. Boom, what'd I say? Teenager, you're 18. I'm still in that range. What age gap do I think you are, Angel Moon? Teenager. You strike me as, well, you're relatively mature for a teenager. I think you'd be high teens maybe. You could possibly be in low 20s. Lordy Athnon, you're in the 20 and up range. What's my age gap? Kaboom Kid, I'm pretty sure you're pretty young. I think you're down there. Okay, now we're getting to the point where everyone's just asking, like, a whole bunch of stuff. Like, asking, like, my age, and I can't go through everyone because I have to, like, observe your behavior in terms of, like, observing your comments. So, I'm gonna stop guessing ages. Because now it's getting out of hand. You gotta understand, I can't keep track of everyone! Should The Joy of Creation get a sequel? I think yes, because I feel like there's a couple questions that aren't really answered. Ah, see, Angel Moon? I'm pretty good. Yeah, and don't give me your exact age. You know, the less I know about you, the better in terms of just keeping your safety. In terms of, like, you know, don't give out personal information on the internet. Don't do that. You know, it's so funny that I have a lot of power, and sometimes I really don't like that. Because it's intimidating. Because, like, that's the thing. If I start, like, giving certain attention, you get a swarm of, like, the entire chat trying to get the same attention. So look, we're gonna try something. I'm just gonna give a few shout outs here because I didn't give shout outs at the beginning. So what's going on? Not Irishman, Kaboom Kid, the Puppet, Technical. Whoop. Reset. Crossbone Gaming, Nux Gamer, Ryla, Lolbit Plays, Sonic the Hedgehog. Hold on, pay attention. Joel, Squidman. Alright, yeah, works, failed experiment. Works a little better in the other channel when I have a little more people, like a lot more people watching and lurking. I was trying to prove a point, but I don't, you know, on this channel, I should have known it wouldn't work as well. Basically, I was trying to see if I would get an influx of me's and highs. Because that's usually what happens. If I start naming people, usually, at least with the other streams on the main channel, all of a sudden I just get like all these comments of like, hi, me, hi, pay attention to me. Which isn't a bad thing. I just, you know, it's a lot of weird, it's a weird feeling. What's up, Finish Ham? And that's not a bad thing. Like, you know, it's not a bad thing that people want attention from me. I don't think that's inherently bad. It isn't. Because, you know, it's a special thing. Like, if a streamer gives you, specific attention. That's why a lot of people donate, so that a streamer will just say their name on stream. Like, you know, look at one of Corey Kinchin's live streams. Look at Corey Kinchin. It is pretty much impossible to get Corey Kinchin's attention just by saying hi in the chat. And so you'll give a donation to him and he'll like shout out your name. And that's, you know, that's a special thing. It's a good feeling, right? I've done the same thing just to kind of get that, you know, a few seconds of spotlight from a streamer that I admire so much. So like, and people treat it the same way to me. I get it. Like, a lot of people see me as famous. I don't see myself as famous. I don't think I'm nowhere near that. And so it's weird to me how some people like okay, so here's a great example. My supervisor, one of my supervisors for my internship wanted to take a picture with me to prove to her kids that she knew who I was. Cause they were like blown away, like, no, Mom, we don't believe that you know the game, Salmon. And it's weird to me. So weird. Yeah, I'm on a site called Famous Birthdays. I've been on that site for years, actually. Have you ever started analyzing people I know using what you've learned in psychology? So, yes and no. Really, I never analyze unless I need to or unless I really want to. Like, really, a lot of my psychology is, like, I'm a behaviorist. So, I really believe that, a lot of our, like, all of our actions, all of our behaviors have an antecedent and a consequence. It has, like, basically, I'm getting ahead of myself. Basically, all behavior has a function. Behavior doesn't happen in a vacuum. Like, if I move my hand like this, there's a reason for me to move my hand like this. It doesn't just happen. And so if you find the function of someone's behavior, you can alter antecedents and consequences to shape the behavior. I don't know, One, that wasn't a very good explanation. Two, I'm pretty sure a lot of that went over your head. But basically, if I need to try to change someone's behavior, then I'll start pulling out my psychology. Oh, like this? Like like holding the Lugia. I also know a good amount about diagnoses. So, like, I know a lot about intellectual disability, autism, ADHD, like all of those mental diagnoses and how to both assess them and offer ways to try to alleviate symptomology of those mental disorders. I'm not licensed right now, no. I still have to get my degree, which I hopefully will be getting in May. What's with the Abra against Lugia? So, Lugia, I'm going for a calm nature because that's the Abra that I have. So, basically, Abra has Synchronize, and that makes it easier. Hold on. Easier. It's not how you say easier. It makes it so that there's a higher chance of me getting the nature that I want. So if I throw out an Abra, like if Abra with a Synchronize with a particular nature is thrown out first, there's a better chance for the Pokemon that we encounter to have the same nature. So for example, look. I just threw out my Abra, right? This Abra, just to show you, has Synchronize. See? The attacker will receive the same status condition, but Synchronize also has like an additional function, whereas it makes it so that the other Pokemon will likely have the same nature. And in this case, that is... It'll go to it. Oh, does it not show the nature? Well, it has calm nature, so either way. And I need to go use the restroom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave for just a second. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. So, whew, I got to go poopy. Sorry, wrong thing. Here we go. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Cool. Alright. Ugh. Back into it. I feel all flushed out. It's great. Where's Omar? He's in, I think he's out of the country right now. He's in Lebanon. And he should be uploading in a few days. So he's coming back soon. There we go. Do, 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 do. Yeah, a decent amount of people have found me through Omar. And then, you know, I'm sure a considerably more amount of people will discover me after a little while, because I'll be doing some collabs with Omar in the near future. That's the plan, at least. I prefer you over Omar, personally. I don't think he would take offense to that at all. I mean, like, everyone has a favorite YouTuber. Like, that's not... Or, like, several favorite YouTubers. Like, some people prefer some YouTubers over others, and that's not a bad thing. This channel is not something I want to advertise too much on the other channel, just because, I mean, I've already advertised it a little bit. I'll throw it out there as an option to subscribe to every once in a while, but the genre is just so different. And so, really, it'll just be a reminder every once in a while that, hey, this Pokemon channel's over here if you want to go check it out. Oh, well, thank you, Angel Moon. I don't know how to respond to that. Well, Lolbit, you're more than welcome to animate my videos, if you want to do that. You're more than welcome. How do I set up my stream with the Pokemon and the screens? Well, I got a layout. So here, let me show you. I'm gonna show you this. Look, this is a layout, right? This layout was made for me by an artist, and then I filled in the screens with some special software that I got in addition to these 3DS capture cards. These capture cards that have these 3DSs that have capture cards in them. So that's the short way of explaining it. I can't explain, like, methodically every single step, because everyone does it a little different. I'll do it a little different, probably, from what you're trying to set up. I'm sure I do it different from an Ave drive. I use, like, different software in terms of even streaming. So yeah. Thank you for the sub. I'm loading up my Pokemon Go again just to see if there are any Wingles around. What's a capture card? A capture card is a device that connects to your No Wingles. That connects to your DS or 3DS or what have you, your handheld device, that allows you to capture the screen and put it up on your computer so you can live stream it. That's the idea. Thank you for the subs, guys. So that's the idea. I should play a Pokemon horror game collab with myself. In theory, funny. Oh, man. Whew. You know, it's funny. It's been a while since I've played through an entire Pokemon game. And I was just thinking about it because I was looking over here at the number of Pokemon that I have, like right here. It says Pokedex 400. Like, this was a fun game to play through. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to play through Ultra Sun. Because I'm playing through a lot of Ultra Sun tonight and tomorrow, since I have the time. I mean, I gotta work on other stuff, too. I also gotta catch another Wingull in my Pokemon Go that won't appear! You know? You know, it's really funny, Angel Moon. Cause yeah, there, like, you know, several live streams ago, I told the story about me being hit on at a few gay bars, and then that you had called me cute during the stream. I'd love to have the same reaction from women. I would like that, because my success on Tinder, not so much. I don't think I have good pictures on Tinder. I think that's my problem. I'm not a pickup kind of guy. Like, I don't like go to bars or go to places and try to pick girls up, because I'm just bad at it. Plus, not necessarily the type of girl that that I'm into, anyways. I can imagine the next question. Like, oh, what kind of girl are you into? Just don't worry about it. It's not that I'm, like, hiding it for a reason. I just don't want to get into that conversation. Because we're veering off topic here. I think I've said this before. I've only been asked out by a girl once, which was super flattering. I went out with her for a few times and it just didn't work out, but I enjoyed, like, not having to put in that initial work and that I had the power. This guy, thank you for the sub. This man. I think someone guessed 133 on the Lugia, right? Did someone guess that a while ago? I think someone guessed that. Because we're coming up on 133, baby. Three, 2. Let's go, 3. Can someone go check something for me? Okay, there's one, 3. Can someone check something for me? How many encounters did it take me to get that Phantump? Can someone go check that on the other channel? Because this guy He's gonna be pushing it a little bit. Oh, and the Mawile. The Mawile took an enormous amount of time as well. Yeah, so can someone give me those numbers? The Mawile and the Phantom. It's okay if it's okay if it's multiple people. Oh, I know it was 1100 plus encounters. I want to know the exact number. $1170 for Phantom. Whew. That's rough. That's dumb. Mawile was 1577? Why does that seem high to me? Raichu was more than that, but Raichu's odds were 1 in 4,000, so that was actually expected. What's up, Deathblade? My favorite Pokemon? Alolan Raichu. That beautiful dancing surfer up in the top left corner. Alright, so 1170 for the Phantom. So we'll see if this this goes longer than the Phantom from the previous shiny hunts. How many shinies do I have? I have like 70 to 80 shinies. Probably more towards 80, if I were to guess. I really do love shiny hunting. It doesn't show the number of encounters on Shiny Mawile? Really? Was it 1577? That is kind of crazy. Yeah, I think that was when I was having issues with the counter working, and I had... Like for this, to set up this stream, I had to like reset all the counter stuff. Alright, so... Oh well. We'll get the shiny when we get the shiny. How long are my streams? I usually try to stream for at least 3 hours. Every time I stream, at least on this channel. Sometimes, like, when I stream, I want to make sure that it is an event and it is something, that it is an event that you can stay for a while, and that if you're late or early, it doesn't matter, like, there's plenty of stuff for you to watch. I try to shoot for 3 hours. This particular day, I have to end the stream a little early just because I need to go to a EX raid in Pokemon Go that's right by my house. But either way, I need to go do it because I want another Mewtwo. I have like a lot of Mewtwo's, so just bear with me on that one. But you know, I don't like skipping EX raids, especially if they're during times that I know I can go get the EX raid. So yeah. Shiny Pheromosa. Isn't Shiny Pheromosa, doesn't it look like she has a black dress on? Thank you, Oblivion Wing. I mean, we just got started with this channel. I mean, the other channel, unless you came from the other channel, I have 59, like a little over 59,000 subscribers. And we're just getting started with this one. So hopefully we'll grow a Pokemon community out of this. Which, you're just throwing it out there, I would like to mostly talk about Pokemon over here rather than horror. And I'd rather talk about horror over there rather than Pokemon. Even though still... I mean, I'd love to talk about Pokemon any day of the week at any time, 24/7. But over here, I'd like to try to keep it to Pokemon. The best we can. I mean, if someone wants to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's, I don't mind it. But I don't want to talk Five Nights at Freddy's 24/7. That's basically my life over on the other channel anyways. Did it start at 2 or 3 p.m. my time? I started at... Did I start at 2? I think I started at 2. Yeah, I started at 2. So we've been live for an hour and a half. So we'll probably be live for another hour and 15 minutes. How do you grow a good Pokemon channel? Well, the same way you grow any other channel. You want consistent uploads. You want to consistently be live streaming. You want to try to have a good layout if you're live streaming. You want to be entertaining. You want to try new things. It really, you know, it just kind of depends. It almost depends on, like, you know, what you want to do out of that Pokemon channel as well. How often should one upload? That's a question that everyone likes to try to answer. YouTube likes consistent uploads, but they also want you to have the watch time to back it up. And so, I mean, if you want to get on the grind, then yeah, you should be uploading every day, like I try to do. At least with the other channel. Again, this is a secondary channel. Yeah, in the Pokemon channel, you don't need a capture card. Because if you know how to use emulators, you can go the emulator route. But I use, like, capture cards. I can actually, like, play the official games and live stream them. At least anything through the 3DS. Which is sweet. I mean, I'll shiny hunt Zubat eventually. Crobat's a good shiny. Isn't it, it's pink? It's like a bright pink. My live streams go at like 5 frames per second. Do you know how I can fix that? I use OBS, by the way. I do not know, because it could be a multitude of problems, and that's one of those things that you have to troubleshoot and try to figure out. I don't know, like, the magic answer. Part of it is, like, maybe you don't have a PC that can handle running at higher frames per second. I mean, for live streaming, you definitely have to have a really, really good PC. It's just necessary for you to run the game that you want to play, live stream it, and run at a high frame per second. So there's that issue. You also want to have the right bit rate size. And even, like, you know, once it gets to that, like, even it starts to get hazy for me. How long does your setup... How much does my setup cost? Well, let's look. Now, keep in mind, like, it's gonna seem like a lot of money, but all of this I got over time. My PC was $1,100. My monitor, I think, was $50. My camera, I think, was $60. My microphone here, I think $90. My light was like $20. My green screen was $40. Keyboard was keyboard was like about $100, but that was actually a gift from Eve Goes Boom. I pay monthly to use Adobe Premiere, like my editing software. I also pay monthly to use XSplit, what I'm using right now to live stream. I think XSplit is like $10 a month, and then Premiere Pro actually might be upwards of 50 or 40. So yeah, it gets expensive. Haha. What light? Well, the light that is shining upon me so that you can see my beautiful face. Like the light that you can't see that's not on the screen, because if it was, you'd be blinded. Like I have a lighting fixture it's called a ring light that's on my face. It just improves the lighting. If that makes sense. Hope that answers your question. You can spend the $200 for all of XSplit, all paid expenses, one-time cost. Oh, maybe I should just go ahead and do that. How much was my starter setup? My starter setup? Well, let's see. When I started, I had a laptop. And that was it. And the laptop was a gift. So I started with nothing but a laptop. That was a gift. And it was like a, how much was the laptop? I don't know how much the laptop was, actually. I think it was like a $200 laptop. Pretty generic, like from Walmart. That has like, it has its own built-in mic, its own built-in camera. But yeah, that's what I had. And then from there, as I started to grow, I started to get, you know, more stuff to what you see today. And today I finally have like a, you know, a decent setup, which is awesome. And a decent computer. That's the kicker. Because I was never a PC guy until I like became a YouTuber, and then I became a super PC guy. I love all these PC games. PC Master Race, whatever. All those generic PC phrases. Know what I should do? A blog about Sophie's life and what your cat does. My cat does the same thing every day. Like here's her day. Here's her day. When she wakes up at like 5, stares out the window, goes and wakes me up at around 7 or 8 o'clock. I feed her. She eats. She goes, looks out the window a little bit, rolls on the ground. Goes in under my bed and sleeps for like a solid 7 more hours. At around 3 or 4 o'clock, she just goes into whatever room that I'm in and just hangs out, like looking out whatever window she can. At around 6 o'clock, she bothers me and meows at me to go feed her again, which I feed her a little bit. And then after that, she just kind of, she loves, at night, she loves sleeping on my couch. So that's her day. I'm pretty sure she's up and about at night, looking out the windows and playing with her toys. But either way. Is the counter not going? No, it is going. She's relatively active. Right now, I don't know where she is. She's probably either sleeping under my bed or staring out the window in my room. Unless you're right here. Sophie, you in this room? No, she's not in this room. How much does oh yeah, my 3DS capture cards? Super expensive. I think between these two, $800 total for both of these capture cards. For both of these capture card 3DSs. Did Sophie help me with Sophie's curse? No, because she's a scaredy cat. I'm a scaredy cat. Is it weird that I attempt to count all the Pokemon that ever exist until I fall asleep? I mean, there's like a capped number on them. I think there's only 800 something. Or do you get a 3DS capture card? Good question. Basically, in my opinion, there's only one place that has reliable 3DS capture cards for sale. And that is murky.net. And it's basically in Germany. And so that's where I've ordered both of these from, and they work great. The software is implemented well. They work well. Now, there is also, for about the same price, there is also a company in Japan that makes the capture cards, and that's actually, Murky uses the Katsukitty capture cards, but Katsukitty in Japan, they don't do a good job of actually putting the capture cards into the DSs. And so that's why you want to buy them from Murky, because Murky gets the capture cards from Katsukitty, but then Murky puts them in well. Yeah, but capture cards run pretty expensive. Unfortunately. That's just how it goes. Is missing no still a thing in Pokemon? Technically, it will always be a thing, because it's always something that all of us who played the original Red and Blue games will always remember. So yeah, it's still a thing, but it's not really a thing. Like, it was a glitch that Pokemon never intended. Missing no is not like an official thing at all. It's never been acknowledged as an official thing. As an official Pokemon or otherwise. It's a super interesting glitch. I loved playing around with all the glitches in Red and Blue. Loved it. Couldn't get enough. Because a lot of people use the Missing No glitch to duplicate items. I remember, like, I used to memorize, like, certain glitches to help me get through the game. But, like, the most famous of the glitches was multiplying your items. Like, you had to have your Master Balls at a, like, because I always multiplied my Master Balls and rare candies. That I had the Master, you have to have, like, the Master Ball at a specific spot in the item bag. And then you, let's see, how did that glitch go? Hold on, I'm gonna try to remember. I think what you had to do is you have to, let's see. I think it was pretty simple, because I think all you had to do was go talk to the dude in Viridian City that teaches you how to catch a Pokemon. Once he's done, immediately fly to, Cinnabar Island and then surf along the east coast, up and down, because that east coast is extremely glitched. Like, that is, like, the most glitchy part of, like, the game. And if you encounter Pokemon at that area, they're gonna be like, oh, level 125 Kangaskhan. I'm just like, oh my god. But if you do that glitch specifically, you encounter a Missing No, you defeat the Missing No, and then you get a whole bunch of items. But you don't want to catch Missing No, because that can, like, mess up your game. Even though people caught Missing No, and it was like, okay. Yeah, I've had my coffee, and now I feel great. You know, that's only the English version. In the Japanese version, when he's angry at you, he's actually drunk. And then when he calms down and shows you how to catch a Pokemon, he's coming down off of a hangover. Not joking. Just gotta clean it up for us US people. We can't handle it. The emerald duplication glitch? That one I never used. I didn't glitch Gen 3 and up. I just remember duplicating in Gen 2 though. Yeah, like Murky has like a bunch of different things. You do want to see if you're clicking the right buttons, because you want to make sure you're buying the right thing if you're gonna buy from Murky. Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing. Hold on. One sec. There. I don't know what it is with the signal. I'm gonna play around with some new new wires just to make sure that everything's fine. Because part of me thinks it's the wire. Stufful's gonna kill me. Welcome back, Master Games. Can you get Shroomish in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? I don't think so. I don't think you can. Is this normal, or is my imagination all sorts of messed up because anything that's not scary gives me nightmares, and whatever is scary doesn't really affect me at all? I think you're thinking too much about it. That's what I think. Because, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't have the answers. Nor do I claim to have the answers at all. Yeah, I don't think you can get Shroomish in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I was just thinking, because I like that Pokemon. Makes for a cool shiny hunter. How can you live stream from a screen part of your phone? That I don't know, because that's not what I do at all. So I don't know how. That's a Google question. I would Google that. A lot of these questions are like, you know, how to live stream, how to do this, how to do that. I would suggest Googling it, because you're going to get much better step-by-step answers rather than getting them from me. I think you're gonna get like your answers answered in a more concise way, at least. Do I still love Undertale? Yeah, Undertale's fine. I still think it's a great game. I think it still holds up today, for sure. Undertale's pretty cool. I know, like, now everyone's talking about Undertale again. Because it's coming to like new consoles and whatever. Isn't it coming to new, to like the Switch or something? Didn't we have a conversation about this? Yeah, I think because it's coming to the Switch, and I was considering buying it, but I probably won't. Just because I've already played through it, you know. Yeah, indie games on consoles. The internet's an amazing thing. Is Cuphead coming out on Switch? I don't know. Google it. Ask Google. Is Five Nights at Smuggler's 4 out? Wait a minute. That's something I want to check. I don't like it when games sneak up on me. So if it's out, that snuck up on me. No, it's not out. No, it's just night 1 is complete. So maybe it's improved from like what I used to play, but no, it's not out. I think it's the same thing I played a while back. Terraria? I'm not... I saw my brother... My brother played it a while back, and it's not really my game. Is this Metroid music? Maybe. I don't know. Very well could be, actually. Give me a sec, I'll check. This is... No, this is the Ultra Necrozma Battle Remix. Do I think I could stream shiny hunting with a phone tripod? It's up to you. I don't know. I don't know. Oblivion Wing, you gotta be asking Google. I don't have the answers, man. Unless it's like specifically, like I can tell you the way I live stream, but I don't know like what's possible in terms of like what you're trying to do. I would just Google it. I would just see if other people out there are doing what you're trying to do. I mean, you could use, I mean, you can't, I wouldn't, I mean, really, I understand what you're trying to do. I think you're trying to, like, hold your phone up to the DS and shiny hunt. I mean, that's the classic way of shiny hunting. That's what people used to do shiny hunting, like, a long time ago. So, I guess. It's one of those things that, you probably just have to Google it and just look around. Because I don't have the answers. I really don't. Because it wildly depends on what you want to do. Oh, man. Stufful, Stufful, Stufful. I'm pretty excited for Chapter 5 of Bendy the Ink Machine. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple more boss battles. I've seen the teaser. I've seen the teaser trailer. And it's coming out October 26th. And so on October 26th, I'll be playing it. It's going to be great. It's going to be the best. Well, it's not going to be the best. I think Bendy in some ways is overhyped, but the last chapter was very good. I think chapters 2 and 3 should have been much more like chapter 4. Much more like chapter 4. Boss battles, a couple jump scares. Having more of an adventure feel rather than a true collectathon like chapter 3 was. 400 encounters on the Lugia. Still no Stufful. Wow. Yeah, because we still haven't seen Joey at all yet in the game. Right? Aren't FNAF games done, or is that not confirmed? I don't know. Scott may have something up his sleeve. You know how how Scott likes to pull our leg. I'm betting that there's going to be another FNAF game. I mean, just, you know, 2 years ago people said, "Oh, FNAF is dead." No, it ain't. It keeps going. And the hype is continuing. So really, I think, I don't know, because like the last game could be a nice hold on, a nice conclusion to the Five Nights at Freddy's series. However, there's still a lot you could do with the lore. You could have like offshoot side things, answering additional questions about the FNAF lore in games that are kind of like off to the side of the main cast and crew. So like maybe as if Scott were to create a fan game of his own game, but it would be official and actually truly tied into the Five Nights at Freddy's canon. Oh, the movie's happening. Movies just take a long time to make. Movies do take years. How is it a fan game then? I'm not saying it is a fan game. It would be as if Scott created a fan game of his own game, which it wouldn't be a fan game of its own game because it's its own game. I'm not saying it's his own fan game. I'm just using that as an example of what he could possibly do with the FNAF canon. Whoop, hey. Whoa, hey, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Jeez. The most random FNAF game I've played? I don't know. Maybe Five Nights at Pingus, because that was truly a random game. For sure. Just speak of the devil, can I do a full Let's Play on the Five Nights at Pingus series? I don't know, maybe. It's been a long time. So, I don't know. I remember when I played it, I never like beat. I don't think I ever beat like the first night of Five Nights at Pingus. Because like nothing made sense. I mean, the entire game is a joke. It's not to be meant to be taken seriously. There's a YouTube channel called Iron Horse Cinema that makes amazing FNAF short films. Alright, I'll have to go check that out. Ever heard of Sonic Suggests? No, I have not. Is that a game? Is that a... It sounds like a series of some sort. Have I heard of it? My dad's bragging to me. My dad's at one of my favorite restaurants, and he's having a beer that he knows I would enjoy. God. Okay, Dad. Being all braggy. Hashtag unban that guy in Mars. Okay, well, for one thing, just making something a hashtag doesn't make something happen. One sec. Let me fix this. Again. So I don't know what's up. Yeah, just making something a hashtag doesn't immediately mean people will get behind it. Number two, pretty sure that's your second account. Number three... What? Why? Because, like, I don't know. What did that guy in Mars do in the first place? Because, first of all, I'm pretty sure I didn't ban that guy in Mars. I think if it was recent, I think I would have remembered it. Because I think I'm the only one who can actually ban. I think it might have... That account might have been timed out. That's not a ban. So more, I'm just kind of confused. What's up, Metro Gamer? Oh my god, I don't know what it is with this thing. I don't know why I'm disconnecting so much. The next time before I live stream Pokemon next time, I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any issues. Just so this isn't happening. It's a little annoying. That was a beautiful ending to a song. And now for Lavender Town. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful into creepy. There you go with the songs. I swear, if I get the shiny Lugia before the Stufful, I'm gonna lose my mind. I mean, we're like a third of the way through odds for this guy. And so, you know, will it happen? I don't know. No clue. It very well could happen. Oh my good lord. I'm so done with this. I mean, earlier it was both screens having the issue. So I'm glad it's only one screen having the issue, but I don't know what that issue is. I'm just hoping the connection stays fine for the next 30 minutes at least. Just crossing my fingers there. Congrats on the shiny Kabalion at 776 resets. Very nice. Why is Pichu bigger than a Alolan Raichu? Well, just cuz. It's so you can see the entire shiny. Now, if they were... Well, because if Alolan Raichu was as big as the Pichu, then it would start to push into this screen. And then if Pichu was like as big, like in terms of it being smaller than Raichu, then it would be barely be visible. So that's why. Either way, it's not a big deal. It bothers me a little bit, but like in the long run, it's not really that important. What number did I get before I got Zapdos? I don't know what that means. Because I got the Zapdos on my other channel in 25 encounters. Is that what you're saying? What did we say about that Phantom? 1170? Oh man. God, we're coming close to 1170. I was hoping that I wouldn't. I mean, technically, okay, I was about to say I was hoping that I wouldn't have another Phantom issue for a long time. But then again, it has been a long time since those Phantom hunts. It's been over a year, I think. We're getting there. I don't know what's up with this Stufful. It's amazing how I can just get a shiny Meowth in 22 encounters. I can get a shiny Bonsly in 27. How's it gonna take me over 1,100 encounters to get a shiny Stufful. I don't know what's going on. Come on, Pooh Bear. Work with me now. I at least want to get to 1170. Just to see if, you know, we get it on 1170. That would actually be a little ridiculous. That'd blow my mind, for sure. No question. Do I know what the no phone is? I have no idea. Not having a phone? Henry, you like watching reactions? Well, hopefully I'll have a lot more reactions on the channel, maybe in a billion years if this Stufful shows up. Quite literally a billion years, because, my god. What number stream is this for us hunting this Stufful? We've been hunting for a while for this Stufful in particular. Right? We must perform an ancient ritualistic sacrifice to Giratina. I get it, because Giratina is the devil. The opposite of Arceus. Arceus or Arceus? So I've seen it, I've heard it pronounced both ways. What do you guys say? Do you say Arceus or Arceus? I've always said Arceus. That doesn't mean I'm right. I don't know if I'm right. It's like how in the anime, Mantine, the Mantine has been both pronounced Mantine and Mantine. So like, what is it? 'Cause you're killing me. Is it just me, or is all the 3 a.m. vids all the same thing over and over again? Don't know what that means. The 3 a.m. vids? Like every video at 3 a.m.? I sure hope not. That'd be some boring stuff. It was the same thing over and over. Well, then again, that's shiny hunting. But then again, shiny hunting, eventually you get a shiny out of it. So that's where the excitement comes in. How many FNAF games have I played? Like, over 200. I don't know exactly. I played a lot. Oh, there's a video trend on what not to do at 3 a.m. That reminds me of the SpongeBob episode where he has to write an essay. And it's like stuff you shouldn't do at a stop sign. Like what not to do at a stop sign. How long do the essay have to be? Like 1,000 words? It's a decent amount, actually. It's not too bad, but... What not to do at a stoplight, exactly. Exactly. not shiny. Was it 600 words? This was 600 words. Alright. 800, 600. Was it 800? Now that I think about it, yeah, it probably was less than 1,000. I think it was like 600 or 800. The word SpongeBob had to write for his essay. Then he procrastinated. But then he got it done like an hour before school started. But Mrs. Puff had canceled the assignment. And then he like passed out. I love classic. All those classic SpongeBob episodes were quite literally the best. They really were. Much better than the current ones. And that's because the main creator, the main writer of SpongeBob had left, and that's why you had like a steep drop-off in like the quality of the SpongeBob episodes. "800 words. That's not too long, really. I mean, it's kind of ludicrous for writing a essay on what not to do at a stoplight. It should be like, oh, what do you... It should just be like a quick, like, short answer question. What do you do at a stoplight? You stop. And there you go. That's all you need to do. I'm gonna guess, like, the assignment could have, like, tried to impress upon the fact that, hey, you need to stop, not do anything else. But regardless, that's just a waste of time. It's a waste of an assignment, in my opinion. It's not just a boulder. It's a rock. It's a rock. Then he rides the rock. You know, there's an interesting theory out there how SpongeBob is a prodigy at whatever he does. Because, like, think about it. SpongeBob, no matter what he picks up, he's amazing at it. Fry cooking, sculpting, balloon blowing, or like bubble blowing rather, dancing, everything but driving. Everything but driving. But literally, like, everything else, he's amazing at. But, like, there are episodes where he literally just picks up music or just picks up art and just boom, like the most amazing thing you've ever seen. I mean, even prodigies aren't amazing at everything. Maybe SpongeBob has, like, the skill to do it. He has the skill to be able to drive, but he gets so nervous that he can't. That's why you have one episode where he has a blindfold on, and that, like, calms him down for him to actually drive. Now, he's driving blindfolded. That's still kind of dangerous, but hey, he can actually do it. So, yeah. How long are we going? We're gonna go for 20 more minutes. About 20 more minutes. You're not getting a Lugia today, unfortunately. How do you know? Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we won't. You're being a negative Nancy. Just because we haven't gotten a shiny yet doesn't mean that it won't happen. You gotta believe that we'll get it. And if we don't get it, that's fine. I'll get it the next stream. If I don't get it in that stream, that's fine. I'll get it the stream after that. And the next day. 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 Phone call, Mr. Krabs. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. Ah! Love SpongeBob, man. My favorite pre-movie SpongeBob? Which movie? Because there's two. I've never seen the second movie, I don't think. Have I seen the second movie? Oh, no, I did see the second movie. I'm sorry, I did. I don't remember the plot very well at all. I remember the first one pretty well. You gotta go, Wait, where were they trying to go? They were trying to go somewhere to rescue, like, get the crown for King Neptune. Right? Because Plankton's a jerk. Shell City, thank you. How is Mr. Krabs not arrested yet? Well, actually, he has been arrested a couple times. He has. For various reasons. One of those times, he was arrested for stealing his own formula. Because he was trying to get out of, like, the delivery price. Or the delivery charge, and he framed SpongeBob. $11.70. Wow! It's going longer than the Phantom. Alright, this is officially the longest SOS chain that I've ever had to do. Well, no, to be honest, Smeargle was longer. But this one is a little crazy. This is the longest live stream shiny SOS chain that I've ever had to do. Or the most encounters, at least. So good lord. How on earth do you get arrested by stealing your own stuff? Well, I mean, really, he would have been... I think, really, he should have been charged with, like, just not paying his delivery price. And really, even that should have just been a fine. Yeah, but we have passed the Phantom. Oh man, Stufful. Lugia at 777? Hey, hopefully. What time is it? It's 4:25. Alright. I got a little time. But isn't really Mr. Krabs's though? It's basically the restaurants? No, it's Mr. Krabs's because he owns the restaurant and he owns the copyrights to the Krabby Patty secret formula. So no, the formula is his. It's just that I think that it was just the act of breaking into a bank. So let's like here's a good example. Here's an example. Cause like the formula was locked up in a bank, right? Let's say I have $100 in a bank. Now, if I break into the bank to get my $100, is that stealing? Yeah! I didn't go through the proper channels. I didn't go through, like, any charges I have to do. I didn't go through, like, I broke into the bank. So yeah, like, there are issues there. Does that make sense? What if Mr. Krabs was the Eddie Crab? What if Mr. Krabs was Crabominable? Like the Pokemon. What about framing SpongeBob for it? No, that's not why he got arrested. He got arrested because he stole. And the reason for him stealing was so he didn't have to pay for the delivery charge, which in a way is stealing, because you're trying to get a service without paying. Again, stealing. Been 3 streams. I feel like it's been more than 3 streams for the Stufful. Is this like the 4th stream that we've been shiny hunting Stufful? I do not know how long we've been shiny hunting Stufful. I don't know how many streams. I do not know. We've made some solid progress toward this shiny Lugia though. Solid progress. Fantastic progress. Spicy progress. It's great. What if Mr. Krabs was a lobster? Then he'd be Mr. Lobster, probably. But he'd still be just as cheap and miserly. I don't think anything would change other than he would just be called Mr. Lobster. Yeah, like Larry the Lobster. What a great name for a lobster. Larry. It's fantastic. Yeah, top 10 anime betrayals. Eh. $470 for this Lugia. Here's my final team member on Ultra Moonbee. Brion, Grubbin, Glaceon, Grovyle, Halucha. Maybe throw a fire type Pokemon in there. Or electric type. Oh, no, not electric type because you have Grubbin. So maybe throwing in a fire type in there somewhere. I think that might be good. Yo, King Crab. Crab is a. I mean, both crab and lobster are delicious. Both very succulent. That's the one word that comes to mind when I think of crabs or if I think of lobsters. Just succulence. Favorite evolution? Umbreon. Like Jolteon and Vaporeon too. I do remember the SpongeBob, like the episode SpongeBob became an insult comedian. Because all he would do is insult Sandy. A wallet, a watch. It's funny. Trying to hatch a shiny Venipede? Well, good luck. I hope it goes well. Hope it goes well, Gaming Sword. Waffle. No more squirrel jokes. The Alaskan bullworm! I have an idea. We should take Bikini Bottom and move it somewhere else. You know, we all start out like Lord Yathlon's saying, we all start out as SpongeBobs, but we all end up like Squidwards. That's just what happens. It's like the mascot for the millennial generation is Squidward. For sure. Did I see the Logan Paul versus KSI fight? I did not, because I just don't care about it. I heard it was entertaining. I just didn't care. Which, gasp. A lot of money was generated out of that match, though. Oh, come on. They wasted our time because it ended in a tie. Well, in terms of, like, it ending in a tie, games can end in a tie. They can. So it's not a waste of time. Like, because oh my god, now the other one's screwing up. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's all supposed to be for entertainment. Not to, and I think people lost sight of that. I don't think all these kiddos who just don't know how things are supposed to work. The entire thing was meant to be entertainment. Not who can beat the crap out of the other person better. Because, like, that mindset created riots. Which, again, why I'm not a big fan of Logan Paul or KSI, because they, you know, they're actually not, I don't think that they're a healthy influence on YouTube. I don't. I really don't. I don't know much about KSI, personally. But just based off what I know about, based on, like, what I know of, like, Logan Paul, probably don't like KSI. Like, here's what I don't understand about boxing. They, like, the way things are hyped up about boxing, it's all about trash talking and, like, oh, these guys are just, like, hate each other and they're, you know, the rivals. Like, if I were to train for months, like, because here's the thing, like, because I see it as a sport. And so, because it is a sport, damn it. Like, let's say Omar and I say, hey, let's have a fight. Let's have a match. Let's have a boxing match. I'd be like, yeah, man, let's do it. And then we would go train and, like, you know, come back after a month and we fight. And then we'd walk off and go get some sushi together. Like, I want to be friends with the person that I fight. I don't want to, like, I'm not a mean guy. Like, I can't, like, do, like, the, oh, you suck. I think it's stupid. Didn't scare, like, it surprises me, like, who was involved. Wasn't Scarce involved, right? Wasn't Scarce involved? Didn't Scarce fight someone? Am I right about that? Why did I see something about Scarce fighting? Because there was a Scarce released a Twitter video after he fought. Yeah, so I am right. Yeah, Scarce versus Raka. Yeah, so, like, why Scarce? I don't, oh my god, this thing. I think the biggest thing is, like, I don't really understand, like, the people who are in boxing, who are legitimately boxers and are in boxing and box for a living, they worked hard and they actually know how to fight and they're good boxers. Why are we getting these YouTubers and placing them in this position? Because, let me tell you, Scarce has no business fighting. No business. Did he even have a beef with Raka? That's weird. And it's all for money. It's all for entertainment. But I don't think that that a child's mind who watches YouTube can, like, maturely comprehend what's going on and it just turns into an internet troll fest, and I don't think it's good for the internet. And it kind of makes it worse. That's just me, though. I think, like, here's the thing. Maybe I say that out of turn. Like, if I was ever invited to do a boxing match, sure, I would join. I would absolutely join. Because it's a great way for attention, things like that. But I can't really, like, pretend like I hate someone or go through all that. I think it's just kind of silly that this is the direction that we're going. It seems odd. I think the biggest thing that bothers me is that they decided to take Logan Paul and what's his name and KSI after, and like the same year that you had the forest issue with Logan. YouTube is still promoting Logan even after this event. And and you know, and there's not enough loud voice, like, basically, you know, because YouTube is all about money, and they can say they're not about not about money, and they're all for creators, and I think they're, you know, a decent amount of YouTube is legitimately trying to make it better for creators on YouTube, but at the end of the day, it does come down to money, and if you can make $30 million off of a fight between two crappy YouTubers, or two, like, not that they're they're entertaining, but they're crappy people, they're gonna do it. So there you go. Throwing down them truth bombs. All right, we're gonna get to we're gonna try to get through 9 more Stuffles, and then we're gonna call it a day because I gotta go. What's terrible is that video was on trending before it was taken down. Ugh. No, either way. Either way. I'm not wrong. Is it wrong? Like, is there anything that I'm saying that's wrong? If I am saying something wrong, let me know, you know, because if you don't see it the same way I do, that's totally fine. It really is, because everyone has their own opinions, and this is just my opinion of how I believe things are being run. So, I don't know. Logan didn't make that much money because just watch the vid that Logan made. It is confooey. Okay, first of all, what do you mean by Logan didn't make that much money? Because pretty sure he made plenty off that. Like, what do you mean by not much money? I bet that the money he made could pay my rent for a while. For sure. For sure. You just called them entertaining but crappy people. It's ethically correct to invert that? What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? Logan Paul could be a good guy. You've never met him. He's a terrible YouTuber, but to say he's a terrible person is dickish. Okay. Well, let's see. Well, I mean, if we look at the actions that he's done, because, well, first of all, being entertaining is different from being a good person or a bad person. Look at Donald Trump. That's an entertaining person. Now, whether you think he's a good person or a bad person, that has nothing to do with the fact that he's entertaining. Look at his Twitter. So that's the separation there. But then again, looking at content that some people create, you can get a feel for what kind of person they are. Or the person that they show themselves to be. Yeah, I've never met Logan Paul, but if you run through the streets of Japan throwing Pokeballs and food at people, saying racist stuff, yeah, you're probably not an amazing person. That's how I see it. His actions are completely different from who he is and how he is on film. Have you met him in person, though? Because now you're basing it off of, like, you know, he's a different person on YouTube and a different person in person. And that's, you know, that's a valid argument. But your presumed actions don't define you. I argue that in some ways they do. Right? Or at least that's how I see it. So let's say I have, and I don't, of course. Let's say I have a YouTube channel that's racist but entertaining, right? And I get a lot of views, right? Does that, but I'm like this when you talk to me in real life. Does that make me a good or bad person? You see what I'm saying? It starts to get very murky. And so that's why I do believe that, you know, no matter who, you know, because Logan Paul doesn't show his YouTube self, he doesn't describe his YouTube self as a persona. He shows it as, this is me. So that's what I see. And I get there's a difference between having a persona and, like, having a persona versus, sorry, I got distracted by, like, counting the shinies, but either way. I believe that, you know, persona or not, you should just try to be good to everyone in this world, because, good lord, there's a lot of crap in the world, and we need more good people. Shiny Halt and Ultra Sun, that's better. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to save the rest for another stream. Because that's gonna be it. I gotta go do an EX raid. As I said, we stop at 4:45 now, so. Alright, so no shiny this stream, but that's okay. We're gonna continue on, hopefully hopefully pick up the Stufful at 1200 encounters, man. Alright, let's go find someone to raid. Give me a sec. Okay. Yeah, we'll go raid Pokemon, see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I was looking at Bud, but it didn't look like Bud was live streaming. So there you go. Salmon Raid, go show him some love. That's gonna be it for me. I hope everyone has an amazing day. I'll see y'all next stream. Bye, guys.